embodiment piece as well. It's like you have to believe you're also worth a certain amount of money, and you do that through the results you get, through the skill, through how hard you work, but also through how much you're investing into your career. Like you expect a client to spend, the average client value that will spend with you guys over a year will be somewhere between $2,000 to $5,000. Okay, you better be investing at least that amount of money into yourself and your self-education. And university doesn't count because it's the government pays for it until you do. As someone who has nearly $100,000 worth of student loan debt, but that's really a reflection of you guys. Is you want to embody a higher price? Well, you got to make sure you work that through an undeniable skill set, and that's one reason we're here, or I'm here. So I love this conversation. I love this flow. This is great, and I love that you guys are asking questions of each other. That's really good to learn from each other. Okay. Ish, you had something you wanted to say.
I wanted to ask Brandon, like when you were walking the floor, were you doing anything in particular? Or were you literally just walking through, cleaning up?
Like at the start, I was trying to have more conversations with people, so I was the one reaching out.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, because I was pretty fortunate, I would build a clientele. Like I didn't see the need to reach out to people as much anymore before. I just like have a lot of small talk and say hi to people.
Yeah.
Just in general, but in terms of having like long and like organic conversations with people, like I kind of turned that down as I just do it.
Right. So he's turned that down, which gives room and opportunity for all of you guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Karim and I were talking about this just the other night.
Yeah.
Like, he and I will just go around and be like, oh, what's up? Like, nice shoes, well, like, get my Instagram.
Yeah, literally. I've been doing it like the last month. I just I've never literally wanted to tattoo. I saw this guy with a cover. I was like, hey, very nice tattoo. I really want to get tattooed. Because I have a conversation, get their name, see what they're about, see how many times they train. You're not trying to sell it. You literally just want to be their friend. And then 6 months later, if they ever want a PT, you're the guy. You're going to be their first thought because you spoke to them first. That's all. It's just building rapport
and then they
trust.
just see your content.
Yeah.
Jess, is that something that you do much?
Walk the floor.
Yeah, just like greet people and just get to know them, or is it?
Jess is Daniel, so this is not Waverley. Jess is Daniel.
Thank you.
Just to let you know.
Yeah, so I'm at a different club. So the members there, I would say slightly different from members here.
Yeah.
So you asked me why I charge the same amount as Ish. I've been here 2 years, but he's only like pretty new.
Yeah.
The demographic in Daniel is
Just
it's growing. It's growing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's as developed, or people like are willing to invest in their health as much as people are like in this area. But I am walking the floor. I've got classes that I do, which sometimes like I'll come join the class, come do this.
How many classes do you do a week?
I do 3 classes a week.
How many people in the classes?
Honestly, every week changes. Some week I'll have like 3 some people have like 3 people. Other one might be like 6, 7.
Okay. That's good context. Thank you for that.
I'm doing 2 a week at the moment.
Yeah. Anybody else doing that?
Yeah, I've got 3.
Yeah, 2.
Cool. By the way, you guys will get used to it. I take long pauses when I talk to think, reflect, and to also give you guys the time to do the same. So don't mind that. My brain is not stopped working. It's just thinking. Walking the floor. So when I give you guys, I'll ask you or DM you later if you want it. When I send you a link to Zion, you guys will have there's a step-by-step of how to walk the floor, and I just have a little blueprint of how to actually not make it feel salesy, but actually start to establish a human relationship, like Karim's alluding to first. Because I remember one of the comments I was DMing you guys, and one of you said something around not wanting to sell. Is it?
Probably maybe.
Yeah, Jess. And that's okay. I just reframe that, and you guys are here to help people, right? But in the end of the day, we are doing this to help people. And so that's the energy which I would approaching people on the floor. So now with what you guys want. So there's a step-by-step I can show you guys later. Now with what you guys want? What is the? I know you guys want more money, more freedom, and establish more of an online presence. Tell me what the biggest challenge, obstacle. I know I asked you, but I just want to hear it from your voice and hear the consensus in the room. Challenge and biggest obstacle that all of you face in achieving what you want. We'll start with Jamie. Are you taking notes, Jamie, or on TikTok?
I need to take notes.
TikTok? Yeah, cool. I'm playing.
Major challenges right now. Well, I guess right now I'm just focusing on maybe too many things at once. So I should probably narrow down just on face-to-face coaching. I am a big self as well, so fatigue's going to build up. Focus is starting to drift off a bit, but still on track. I don't really have anything else to say, to be honest. I just started, so I'm not really.
It's okay. I still have an answer. Great.
I think it's lead gen, not acquisition.
Yep.
That's probably the biggest one. I think I've always felt that once I get them onto the call, I'm pretty much good.
Yep.
Probably something that I face as well, actually probably a little bit of buyer's remorse. Like, I'll close the call, I'll get their payment details, I'll sign them up, and then it's actually nah. That's usually what I face. I don't know if that's me being a good salesperson and then not delivering my value soon enough, but I've noticed that.
Quickly before the buyer's remorse. That's when people, they start, anybody start with the client and then like a week or 2 or 3 weeks later, they go,
In my old job.
right? Yeah. That happens to me plenty of times.
Sometimes it's usually, maybe because I'm not throwing up, but it's usually when I send through the agreements and they actually read the fine print properly, even though I stated on the call, it's like, cool, it's minimum 12 weeks, it's X amount, it's a direct debit. They get a cool, sign up, I get their details. So sometimes as soon as I send through the agreement, which is usually, let's say, an hour or so, or sometimes it's like 24 hours.
So they don't sign the debit on the call with you?
No, I get their details and they're signed up, but I send through like the agreements, like actually read it all with the waiver of like injuries and stuff directly after that call.
There's one question I recommend you guys all ask towards the latter end of your inquiry calls, sales calls, and that is, people won't tell you the truth unless you give them permission to. So one thing that's really helped is, hey, please be honest with me here. You can be open book. Just like speak from your own personality, how you would say that. What do you think? What we want to understand is the doubts and fears. Is there anything you think that might get in the way of X goal or achieving dream outcome, whatever they said is important to them? Do you have any doubts or fears around this process, working together? You can be completely honest with me.
Sorry for interrupting you.
No, you're okay.
Like, these questions, pardon me, you're going to ask that towards the end of the sales call, or like, when do you want to?
Yeah, so I don't always ask it. You'll intuitively be able to sense whether somebody, you get that feeling, right? It's like, there's just something that's a little bit off. Say again?
They're not really, like,
Yes.
they're showing excitement.
Right, their excitement, it could be personality or excitement, or it could be they're holding back a little bit and there's some type of obstacle in their way that they haven't told you about. So that's when I would be asking that question so they can voice, oh, it's actually money. Oh, it's actually, I don't know if this is going to work. Or they can be honest with you about the objection, which is often money. So you can fix that in the call by getting people to be honest with you. And then we have to look at the agreement and to see exactly what feedback you're getting and why people are pulling out. But I'm going to pause myself from going too deep there. Lead acquisition, all right, Jess. Obstacle, challenge, I can wave a magic wand, fix something for you.
I feel like I don't know. I don't know how much I'm worth, but I'm also like how much I should charge for my clients knowing the demographic.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of the time it has been the price. So it's like They,
The price, can they say that at 60?
yeah.
Okay.
So I do have like the more sessions because I'm doing like mostly face to face. I've like tried to like incorporate it online, but I haven't like got that like ready to go just yet. I haven't got a direct debit system, so also just like bank transfers or like whatever
Really?
thing
Does anybody else do that?
works for them.
Can I make a suggestion? Fix that.
Fix it.
Yeah, definitely. For so many reasons. I can explain to you, but I'd rather just give you the solution. Get them on a direct debit. They will treat you more like a professional service. And I would recommend, I personally use Pay Advantage, and then you onboard the fees to the customer. So then you don't pay thousands of dollars in fees, they pay $2, you save thousands of dollars. And then it's automatic, and it's a system, and you don't have to think about it. People also use Newey, but it's very popular now, but I don't like it because it just doesn't give me as much customizability. So Pay Advantage, and I use Stripe as well, but I use that for international, and you have to pay 3% plus fees. So make sure you onboard that as well. Pay.
Mooncloak is good as well.
What's that?
Mooncloak is good as well.
I haven't heard of that, but okay. And then that's just an email or a text message, and it's speaking assumptively when you make a change like this. Hey, actually, I can help you write the template. If you message me later, I can help you with the template of how you can introduce that to your clients.
Can I also add, I use Billy Card. Billy Card's really good and flexible.
Yep.
You can add like whatever payment card processing fees you want.
Cool.
You can have a grace period, so say their payment fails like 4 times, you can still charge them no late fee until whatever.
Yep.
One thing I found to be helpful is say that you have like an accounts manager. Even if you don't, you just make another email saying blah 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 accounts at whatever.
Yeah.
And then the person is, then you can be a little more fucking rude and direct, like, hey, your payment failed, like this is your fee, whatever. Whereas if you're speaking to them, you're naturally a little bit more emotive, and then like shit can get messy, and then yeah, so I find that's really helpful as well.
Yeah.
Like, hey, like, oh, can we change my card details on my payment failed? Like, yeah, cool. Email the accounts manager.
So what Karim's talking about is you're separating managing money from you as a service into somebody else, which then will change your embodiment of how you talk about money with your clients, so you can be more honest instead of more emotional.
Continuing on with like the $60. So I do, because I'm like mainly face to face. It's
Yeah.
like the more sessions you get a week, like I'll give them like a discount. So it's like 65 for one, 120 for 2 sessions a week, or 150 for 3. So it's like the more they get, like the cheaper each session comes down to like $50 a session. Would you like say it's something I should keep going, or do you think I'm losing my value?
I think you're losing value. Your time, the time you guys charge doesn't change. The time you're investing doesn't change if they pay less. So you're still charging, you're still spending 3 hours with the client, but now you're decreasing your value. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to be fair for the client, right? Oh, you're doing more, so okay, you can pay less. But you reward, you create a behavior loop that ultimately you don't want, because you're going in the direction you don't want. You don't want to charge less. Eventually you want to charge more. You charge more by being more valuable, solving either more expensive problems or to people with more money. So my suggestion would be, and I don't think it will change anything, from here on out, I wouldn't charge less for doing more frequency. If people can't afford something, then you pull back the service. So instead of an hour, is it an hour?
45.
45. So instead of 45, okay, I can't afford 60. Okay, instead of pulling the money down that you make, which is feeding yourself, what you do is you pull down the service. Okay, well, we can do 30 minutes for X amount.
With that, it's something I thought about. Let's just say it's $100 a week for face-to-face, posture check-ins, etc.
Yep.
And then I can't afford it. Then I feel like, let's say you remove nutrition, and like it's just like a face-to-face session and a check-in, let's say. Then I feel like you could potentially be shitting on yourself in terms of you can't really control as many aspects of it, then they don't get as good a result, and then that can in turn look shit on you, which is
Yes.
something I've sort of.
You like that?
Yeah, then it's like, so it's like, okay, they want less. I'd rather almost like, it sounds stupid, but I'd rather just not have them as a client and lose that bit of money, because it's like, if I get it and they don't get a good result, then I look like an idiot anyways. So it's like, where do you draw that line?
Well, can I add to that too? I have a similar experience. So like for me, it's the frequency of check-ins that I have with my clients. So more online one. I price anchor high frequency check-ins and just weekly check-ins, right? And obviously with the weekly check-in, you charge less, right? Obviously, so I'm checking in with them less. But as a result, you know, just especially when working with Gen Pop, you know, if you want to get the best results out of them, I do, from experience, realize that having more higher frequency check-ins is always going to be better to get the best results possible. And having those weekly check-ins kind of bit me in the ass as well.
It's like managing more variables because
Yeah,
they don't know as
exactly.
much.
Yeah.
How are you doing your check-ins? Just like Lou? Like them sending you videos?
Yeah, like exercise
like
feedback.
a call? Like,
Lou. Yeah.
So what do you mean high frequency? Like every
Yeah,
day?
I just literally check, like literally, I look at what I do every day, like I look at the program, how's the performance in terms of the movements, are they improving week to week? Okay, tip, that's good. Yeah, shout out to, Phil Lewis, so they hit a PB of deadlifts the other day. Really good work there, or if they sent through a video, you know, like acknowledge that as well. If I see that for some reason the weight spot shows, Lewis, what happened here, you know, like on Wednesday, your weight just suddenly spiked up, you know, just like looking at those small
so you're
details.
just doing
So you charge more for that?
Yeah.
You're using tracker sites for all of this like data?
I use spreadsheets.
Spreadsheets?
Use spreadsheets, yeah.
And they just like put their weight in, or like
Yeah,
put their weight in,
yeah. Just like small stuff like that. But well, I think with the people that we mostly work with, they're gonna be mostly beginners / intermediates. Like they're gonna prefer higher frequency and high frequency check-ins. But I think I'm gonna keep my services just purely high frequency and just anchor the period of commitment. So 16 weeks or the whole year on my online offer.
16 weeks for the first whole year. Okay. I'm going to put that to the side because that's a slightly different conversation for now, but I'm going to keep that in mind. I want to go back to Jess and make a point in principle for a second. And if you want to make more money, solve more painful problems that people are willing to pay more for, or go to an environment where people have more money. You talked about being in Dandenong, is that right?
Mhm.
And people here are willing to pay more, and the bodybuilders, your people are willing to pay. Okay, so one of the biggest things you can change is change environments. I know it's not easy to change gyms or change suburbs, but your pond will change, and the quality of people in them, the amount of money they have available to them will change. The powerlifting community, it's not notoriously known to have a large amount of capital to invest in themselves. So is that kind of accurate?
Yes.
Right.
Definitely.
So if you're looking to be, and I love your mission, it's like to be one of the best powerlifting female coach in the country, is that right? Is that what you said?
Probably long term.
Long
I
term?
think there's still a lot of skills to build.
Absolutely, that's good humility of you. So you'll be able to build greater value in yourself to be able to charge more through your authority, but you'll also be able to simply charge more by working with more serious athletes. So for you, Jess, or anybody in this room, I would be considering, and if I was mentoring you, I'd be like, I'd have a serious conversation with you about potentially changing environments, if that was workable. Otherwise, I would be looking to make you as valuable and skilled as possible in that environment and really go deeper with those clients. Is that possible to change environments?
I mean, it's not impossible, but Dandenong is sort of just like a place I'm very comfortable with. And even though like comfortable is definitely like a safe place, it's like, I don't want to say there's no room for growth. I just do feel like it's comfortable. Like I do enjoy it at Dandenong.
This is Jess in her comfortable circle. She's having a good time. She's comfortable. These are Jess's bigger goals. They're out here. But this is uncomfortable. But if Jess wants these goals, she's going to have to leave the circle. So I'm going to sit with.
I think my thing is also very similar to what Jamie mentioned before. Like, I don't want to. I am also over-prepped myself. I'm 10 weeks out. I'm also in uni. I've got like retail job as well. So I'm like trying to manage like all that, but also I don't want to exhaust myself with too much pressure because like starting from completely new and then end up just fatiguing and dropping down. and losing my value. Even
Perhaps then I'll keep this for the future, and then right now is make the most of where you're at,
Yeah.
which you can absolutely do. Okay. Ish.
One probably be lead gen, like, and then also getting people to open up fully in a consult. I briefly mentioned this to you like, over WhatsApp,
Yeah.
but even the console where like the guy bought a 10-pack from me, I still couldn't get him to go deeper into why he wants to be bigger and stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I had a call with him a few days ago, and then, because he had, like, he was going through feeling a bit of gym anxiety, and I sort of used that to find out, look, I was like, oh, what do you feel when you have that gym anxiety? So I have a lack of knowledge, and I'm not that big. Okay, so for you to lose that anxiety, you want to learn how to lift, and then also get a bit bigger and stronger, and you feel better. He's like, yeah. So I feel like that helped me actually find out why he wants to get bigger and stronger.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can roleplay some stuff with you guys if you want to go there and show you how to find someone's deeper soul and heart, and often can result in emotions and crying. A lot of clients and patients of mine and students of mine ended up pretty emotional in their conversations because we're tapping into their heart. When you start to tap into somebody's heart, this thing really starts to be really fulfilling. And it's beyond a transaction of money. It starts to become about deeply impacting someone's life. You've got to ask the right questions and know what questions to ask.
Yeah.
So,
Which, that call you sent me,
yeah.
I forgot one of the guys' names on there, but when
I sent each one of my Trinity calls to help him out.
many,
For context.
um,
Man.
one of the guys was like, oh, don't provide coaching in a consult, because a consult is not enough time for it to stick,
Yeah.
and then also it doesn't really add any value if they're just getting like a tutorial in the 30-minute span, but then they feel like they don't actually know you as a coach and you don't know them as a client. Yeah.
So then, what do you want to do?
I want to figure out how to get people to open up.
Right. I got you. Intuitively, you know part of the answer, but I'll show you more soon. Abs.
Biggest struggle at the moment is outreach, because Meta updated their privacy settings. 2 months ago, it used to be really easy. Someone liked the post, you sent them a DM,
Now it's ending up with a request and they're not saying it.
requests, or it's just like straight up like, you can't DM this person, full stop.
Comment on their posts.
Yeah, I just.
But that's not, that's
That's really the biggest problem you have.
That's genuinely the biggest problem I have. Like, I feel like my content does well, I get good outreach, I'm having conversations, and when I get to the call, I'm pretty good at closing. A question that, because I had your struggle a little bit previously, a question that really helped me out was that, well, like you're in this position now, let's say 6 months down the track, you do nothing to change it. What happens
Yeah,
then?
what does your life look like?
Like, what does your life
But what does your life look like if you don't change it?
If you don't do it, like right now you have gym anxiety and you don't feel, don't say you don't feel big. How about you say you're feeling a little bit weak and you're not that confident? Like, what does your life, what does your life look like if you just stay that way? Okay.
Yeah.
How would you feel then?
Perhaps I'll leave that one there. I've got that down. Jess.
I think my previous issue, like a couple of weeks ago, which having conversations with other people has pivoted in a little bit, and then also similar to Jamie is just putting my eggs into many baskets. So someone who's still studying, and then I think throughout my life, like when I was able to start working, I've always worked 2 jobs or 3 jobs, not for income, but just for the fact that I like being busy, and then I also like having backup. So removing the safety net, taking a little bit of risk, and then also investing more in better systems, which I still need to clear up a little bit more. But yeah, I think from the conversation that we were having over WhatsApp is just not being afraid to sell something, or just put myself, like I do put myself out there on social media, and I think people, I try to come off as genuine as possible. I post it because I just enjoy posting that kind of stuff, but I don't struggle with the social media side of things. I have really good interaction with my posts because I have lots of the powerlifting community supporting me, and then other people as well. But yeah, it's just, I know I have the potential to be quite successful if I go all in with it, and I think I'm only starting to realize that now.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's go.
Okay.
It's just having too many options, which is a good problem to have, but like,
Where do you start?
yeah, exactly.
Glad I have this thing.
Your road's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, visuals are great ways to explain concepts. So I have done a lot of things in my past as well. I was doing a degree, a relationship, I had my full-time coaching that I was doing and running a business. I had a Cert 3-4 company that I was running as well. I was learning a new language, I was learning a new instrument. I was doing an internship at Melbourne Strength Culture. I know what it is, I really understand, like when you're feeling pulled in all these directions and you're excited about life as well. But this is what happens when, this is focus and attention. This arrow that I'm going to flip around in a second.
It's crazy. I struggle with this as well. Knowing myself.
Yeah, it's
Like, so many cool things I can do in this life.
Yeah.
shiny, sexy objects.
Syndrome.
I started a nasal strip company. Guys, I did that too. Yeah, always. I dropped over 10 grand into it. I sold hundreds and hundreds. Then I realized about 2-3 months in that it was taking away so much from my day to day, and I needed to direct more energy. So this is just the concept I'm trying to explain to you. So this is split energy and attention, and if all these little arrows add up, then they go into this big arrow. And this is the example of doing one thing exceptionally well, and this is the example of doing many things very mediocre, in very mediocre fashion. And so my suggestion to you is, this is your potential and capacity that you're potentially leaving on the table, and as you become more successful, as you grow more, as your life goes on, you only have more opportunities. You know, there's only more people to date, there's only more things on the table. So you have to get very good at knowing what to say no to, and a decision-making framework that can be helpful. I'm now coaching you guys as people. We're not really talking strategy right here, because I think who you are as people is orders of magnitude more important than who you are as professionals. You understand? So, this is a concept for you guys to reflect on and think, what do I need to say no to? I can't coach you right now because we don't have the time and capacity to be able to be like, okay, well, let's work through this, let's get rid of this, let's get rid of this, let's go do this, let's belief shift this, all right, let's correct this. No, we don't have time for this right now, we'll do that later. But your potential, all of your potential, like for the one you want to be, who you want to be, and that vision you have for your life, I think you can do it. I don't know, I just get this in sense. I don't know why, I'm not thinking about it, just I feel it. But I don't think you can do it doing this. Brandon.
Hello.
Hey.
There you go.
I'm doing great, man. Tell me about the obstacle and challenge.
I think it's a great thing. Like, there's a lot of things I do really improve on.
Yeah.
But you brought up a good point in terms of how focus is supposed to do one thing at a time.
Yeah.
So I think the lowest hanging fruit for me right now, my current state in business is getting out more organic marketing in a very sustainable way, because I've seen how powerful it can be in terms of like getting
Content.
Yeah, content, right? How powerful content can be, and that's just about getting it out more often whilst maintaining the same quality and yeah, and from there I can have more of a consistent lead gen flow for online clients.
Okay. Thank you for that, guys. So here is the problem. I need the right information from you to be able to help you guys and support you guys. And hello. Is this another coach?
That's
Yeah.
Head coach. Oh, okay. Nice to meet you. Yes. The head of head coaches. The boss. Nice to meet you, boss. So, right. So we might have to do something like this again, but lead acquisition seems to be a pretty consistent theme here, along with content. That's some of the most common things I hear as well, so let me help you out. Mr. Karim over here is doing something that I would recommend for all of you, and I want to know how it's going and what the strategy is. And so one of the most effective ways I've seen to get clients in a gym setting is walking the floor, giveaways, and very specific outreach strategies to lead lists. But giveaways are one of the highest that I've ever seen. I've had students of mine get 10 new clients off the back of a single giveaway in like a month period. So obviously that's pretty life-changing because that's an extra $1,000 a week you can make in a few months. Okay, if executed precisely and well and strategically and all the steps right. So Karim did a giveaway, you collaborated with the gym. Great. Who else is running a giveaway? Whoa, cool. All right, so because Karim just ran a giveaway in the gym, it dilutes it a little bit. So you kind of got to wait a little bit before you do it again, or frame it in a different way. But you guys can also do these online. And who has more than 2,000 followers? Cool. All right, that's okay. You can still make the most of it. I would then move to some type of free trial then. Okay. The underlying principle beneath giveaways, outreach, lead lists, is you need to give first before you can ask. I'm not getting paid to do this because I know, and it's in me, and I want to do this, but I also know that I'm trying to find one or two hyper-obsessed professionals that I might be able to support and work with into the future and help change their life. But in exchange, give me money in exchange for doing that. So there's one reason I'm here, if I'm honest with you. But there only might be one or two people in the room right now, and you might only hit me up a year from now. So I might not see that benefit immediately, or at all. So what's the point? Is you guys are only a certain number away from having the business you want. A number of what? Number of people that you can work with for nothing, for zero, for free. Now I'm not saying indefinitely, I'm saying under certain constraints, a free trial. If you guys all had 1,000 clients that you were working with for free, do you think you could do such a good job that maybe you could work with 30 of them, 40 of them to pay you money? Of course. And you learn so much in that period of time. So that means between where you are and where you want to be is actually just time. So time and how long this paper will take me to fix.
Do you have a question for you?
Can I add something I've done that Alex has said is so I'll reach out to a bunch of people. Even if you make up something, when I first started to move to a different app, I said, hey, I'm trying out this new app for our coaching. I want to offer to you for free for 6 weeks. All I want is feedback. But you don't. Obviously trying to get them a result, and then if they stay after that 6 weeks, then you can convert them into a client. But it's if you can get a good before and after picture in that 6 weeks or whatever it might be, that's content for you. You build trust, and then it's a never-ending story. How many people you can send it out to?
Would you ever take a sales call? I kind of had this situation with this kid that I just ran into at my home gym, and no idea what he was doing. So I just started chatting to him, and I was like, "Yeah, I heard you book a call,"
Yep.
And he was like, "I have no money."
Are you saying where to draw the line to when to start charging them?
No, I'm talking about let's say you get on a call with someone and you're like, okay, my coaching services are 120 a week, right? I don't have the money. Okay, and then you kind of make it. Okay, you put 3 stories up and I'll do $70 a week, and then like, would you ever go from 120 a week to like, okay, I'll coach you to free, or does that just from?
I've seen Reese speak about something like that where it's like they're like an associate type thing, almost an ambassador. It's like, cool, yeah, you got to do 2 or 3 stories a week and refer me one person a month, and then it's like only $50 a week as an example, something like that. But yeah, floor's yours.
That was good. You obviously have quite a bit of respect for Corinne because you're
That's
asking for
good.
his counsel. That's good. You should keep doing that.
If you want really good information, just look at his Google Docs. They're great.
Thank you.
Do you ask all your clients to post on your brand?
I always try, like, not too much on the sales call, but I always try and say, hey, like, let's build a community, let's get everyone engaged. But sometimes, obviously, I'll try and lead by example. Even if I've got like a group chat, I'll try and post my meals, ask people what they're training, and then if you lead by example, then like, they'll actually want to start posting more.
Is anyone doing like community calls? Like, where you get all your clients on a call once a week and it's just like open.
Even like once every 6 weeks, it's just like good it's a retention strategy as well. But again, it feels like people like belonging to something.
Yeah.
People like community. People
But
like.
are you doing it, Corinne?
Also
Are you
group sessions as well.
Pardon?
We do group sessions as well.
Like face-to-face group sessions.
Yeah.
Sure, they're
Yeah, in 1 hour, everyone's doing the same program. Everyone's running their own program.
So I'll touch on this slightly. We're getting a bit sidetracked, but this is good. If you want to improve your retention, mine has gone from average, like very early on, like maybe 4 or 5 months on average, keep a client. It can be quite frustrating and a bit defeating when a client leaves and you put so much into them. And I had to lose hundreds of clients. Not lose, I reframed it now. Hundreds of clients had to move on and give me feedback for me to have learned the lessons to be able to keep a client. For now, the average client duration might be 1.5 to 2 years, which is quite high. How does that happen? Because I've created an experience for people that doesn't feel like a transaction anymore. And it almost sometimes can feel like you're a friend of somebody, and there's depth, and there's a sense of belonging. So, what I suggest to a lot of my coaches is create some type of community value add to your existing coaching offer that makes your coaching offer more valuable so you can charge more, gives you more fulfillment, because you actually get a sense of belonging as well. Examples of this would be Thrive, the community. Anthony Woodruff, for example, they just partnered actually with my girlfriend and one of my students, and they did a breathwork, energy type of healing event, and that was all to the existing clients. And you could offer, you're in the bodybuilding, for example, you're in powerlifting. Powerlifting community, for example, a bodybuilding community can be really isolated and lonely. Powerlifting community can be, but it can also be super tight, right? Like the right gym, like you can just, I know because I used to train with them. So my invitation for you all is to brainstorm and think, how could I create a community type of recurring event, an experience, whether it's going out to train and eat with your clients, whether it's a walk and talk, whether it's something more specific to their needs, whether it's a group call where you're talking about mindset. You can brainstorm that. Either we can do it offline or yourselves, but you can add like $20, $30 a week potentially if you add that type of value offering to each client.
One of the clients of mine, I've been working with her for a while, but we've built this really close relationship and it's great. But I feel like that because she sees me as like more of a friend rather than a coach, I feel like she's more likely to like cancel last minute or do this and do that.
Yeah.
And then not pay a cancellation fee or like, because we're like friends now, more so as like instead of like a business. I don't know how to keep it like professional but still have that like I'm still professional but like I'm your friend.
I completely understand. You have leaky boundaries. You do. And how you address that is by setting your boundaries a little bit more firmer. And now I can understand that maybe that can be a little bit intimidating to do face-to-face. So a suggestion would be create a document, an agreement document, an expectations document, where it outlines exactly those things that maybe you feel like you're getting taken advantage of a little bit, or your service isn't getting respected in the way you want. So one suggestion for all of you is to create an expectation document, because there's all these little things that you expect of your clients. For example, I'm crazy with it now. Because I've just seen so much. Like, for example, you can't cook meals and go for walks or take calls from your phone in a call with me, right? We're here, we're present, and XYZ reasons why I have that, and I explain that to them in a respectful, kind way. So all of those things you feel like around cancellation fees, put it in a document, and then send it to all your clients to sign. Saying, hey girl, so I've just been reflecting on my business, and I want to improve the professionalism of my business and XYZ, and so I made this document so you can get more out of me. You just give it a read and give it a sign when you have a second. And so it's more indirect. It's not you telling her, it's a document you're sending to everybody. How does that sound?
Brandon's got a good one for that as well. Like he told me the other day, Brandon will ask his clients like, do you give me permission to pull you back into line when you're veering off plan?
Yeah.
Like go from friend to coach.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty good.
Especially at the start. So it's very start.
And I would, not that I'm trying to coach you guys, but you guys have all expectations of these coaches. I'm sure they've done things that have been frustrating for you guys, but some things go unsaid, some things go unspoken. So I would, if I was in your shoes, I'd probably do the same. With like, guys, these are the expectations here. Please sign this document. Here's why we have it. Yeah.
I've even got it in my agreement, like even small things like, cool, any message after this time is replied to the next day. If you're going to come, it's minimum 12 hours notice, and it's an emergency. And it's like, then again, even if you want, like, let's say you do a 12-week minimum, they go, hey, it's like week 8, hey, I've got no money or whatever, hey, I'm done. Like, you know, you've signed this, you've got X amount of weeks left, or it's an early exit for this amount. It's like, again, it's like it removes the emotion. So you listen, it's like, you've signed it, it's black and white now. There's no, how do I feel, or are they my friend? It's like, the client, they've signed it. Yeah. Just like when you buy a new phone from Optus and you want to cancel, it's like, now you pay for that 24-month thing.
Right.
It's like,
so this is the line between the being a professional business and also being a human being. Optus don't give a fuck about you.
facts.
And you don't give a fuck about Optus. You'll switch plans like you switch, I don't know, something. I was gonna make an inappropriate joke. All right, you fill in the gap. So making it more human is something I would really recommend for you guys. To come back to the point about you all want more clients, cool. The closer you get to this number, free, $0. Well, not forever. The closer you get to this number, the faster you go. The 100 clients. If you guys coach 100 clients free and 10% of them want to work for you, that's 10 new clients. That's cool. That's awesome. You get to help 10 new people. But to do that, you have to be willing to be told no 90 times. You kind of got to develop a little bit of a tougher skin here and realize it's not personal. It's not personal. And every time someone gives you resistance or rejection, write that down. The feedback you get from people will be the intelligence and the data you need to create the business you want. Y'all nodding your head because you know that, right? If you lose a show, you want to know, lose a powerlifting competition or something happens, you want a relationship. If you can take that data and information and that feedback, then you use it to make yourself better. It's the same thing with clients, and most of you, if not all of you, can't pull that up. I want to know every single client and why they left. He's about to pull it up. And every single client, why they left. And then your business is a boat and you plug in those holes.
That's why I do exit calls.
Good. Yeah, it's recommended for exit calls. Yeah. And
What
so,
do you guys go through when you're exit calls?
I always try and save it and try and downsell or even cross-sell. Because sometimes if it is money, or like naturally, obviously, we spoke about, it's like you just become less valuable. It's like if you've taught them everything and they know how to eat and train, it's like, well, then I don't really need your help anymore. So you go, fuck, I don't need this. So if you can just downsell to something else that's a little bit cheaper.
yeah, I would say you're not as valuable then.
Yeah.
You can use those exit calls as like testimonials as well.
Correct.
I always record them and then I'll pull up like the notes of the initial consult. Like, hey, when we started, you had a shoulder pain and back pain and you were struggling at work. Like, how do you feel now?
And then
I normally do one of those.
I'll look at like what went well, they love, and obviously why they're leaving. Is
Yeah.
it money? Is it that I'm shit? Is it they weren't happy? What's the thing that they're leaving? And that's it. And then obviously you try and fix that once you get that data.
how have you dealt with like Gen Pop clients when they feel like they have gotten everything they need from you and they're like, oh, I don't need a coach anymore? Because I've stayed with my coach like 60 weeks because
Who's your coach?
Cam Brown.
Yeah.
Because I want to keep improving and so, but I feel like Gen Pop people would be like, oh, I know how to track my food, I know how to lift, I'm done.
I'll say something. I've been with my coach for like 5 years now.
Yeah.
So I think you have to really, I think if you want to be a coach that has long-term retention, which my coach has told me, he's a very successful powerlifting coach, one of the best in Australia.
What's his name?
Victor. Uplift. And he's maintained like 60 clients while studying his thesis, while doing bodybuilding shows, doing really well at that, trying to train himself. His powerlifting himself has become the back burner and he's prioritised his own clients. And he's told me as well that he's only lost one client ever to another coach with powerlifting. Otherwise, his client retention is really good. People leave this because they just burn out from the sport. They get injured.
He's an exceptional coach, though, right?
He's a really good
Like
coach.
he's one of Australia's best.
Yep, and I think the reason why is not because of his knowledge, it's because he's so professional and he's such an authority figure as well. But he also cares so much.
Yeah.
So
if they know you care, they'll stay.
and I think like if you develop a good relationship with you as well, I've had like moments where it hasn't been long, but a lot of my clients who are very independent as well, they still stay with me because I think we've developed a really great relationship where they just still want to be with you because they like you.
Right.
Yeah, so it's that bond that ends up
Ish.
keeping
Just
you.
have a think. Like
Yeah.
you haven't paid nothing, right?
Yeah.
But do you feel like I care a little bit?
Yeah.
Like why? Just just think about it. Like why do you feel like someone really cares? How do you feel that?
So if I have a question for you,
Uh-huh.
you'll like, instead of just answering it, you want to know, I feel like you want to know where that question actually comes from in the way that you like speak to me. If that makes
So I'm
sense.
interested in you.
Yeah.
I showed genuine interest.
Yeah.
And then how do you feel?
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah. Emotions.
Yeah.
What are
Pretty
emotions?
good.
So what I'm saying to you guys, I love that. It's a really great answer. So showing you care, I can't give you guys that. That's in your heart. Like I can just tell you it works, but you can't really fake it. You have to be willing to turn up on a Sunday morning and do things like this, or like go to shows of your clients when you're not getting paid, or competitions, or spend the extra 10-15 minutes. And I've flown clients to my city and paid for tickets for them. I've given and not expected anything in return. You just got to really give a lot.
More reciprocity.
Yeah, I mean that's the principle of psychology, but it's beyond that.
I think the thing again is over-delivering.
Over delivering.
Yeah.
But
That's what leads to retention.
Yeah.
yes, but there's the understanding that you want to make money, and there's the understanding that the law of reciprocity and influence and Robert Cialdini and all these deep psychological principles, right? And you can play that game and you can hormosy the shit out of yourself. But I'm just saying there's something beyond that.
Like you said, it really is like you have to want to do it.
Yes. Like I'm speaking of matters of the heart and soul. This will only really connect with maybe one or two of you. I'm not really sure. I'm talking about when you're in a conversation with somebody and everything in the world disappears, right? And you're just locked in with them, and you're truly helping them, and they're being emotional with you, or they're telling you something you've never told anybody, and you're just there, walking them through their pain, and you're not thinking about dollars and money, and you'll spend an extra 1 or 2 hours with them. I'm talking about that. And if you tap into that, people won't want to leave because they've never really felt that.
Can I add to that as well?
Yeah.
Like, our clients, they're not fucking stupid as well, so they can
Yeah.
tell you, if you don't give a shit,
Yeah.
that's going to lead to the inverse outcome. You're going to leave sooner than later. better.
Yeah.
You know, so they know when you actually care as well. So it's really important you to deliver as coach possible.
See, we're not talking about strategy right now, are
Talking about being humans.
we? Right.
Yeah.
That's my shit. That's what I said. It's not that sexy though. I just think it's the most important thing. For those who resonate, you know, you're my girl, you're my guy. But if we do debug strategy just for a second, because we could be here for hours. Giveaway, like I said, that's your gateway to getting 30 to 60 leads within the next month. How good you are at sales at that point is a different problem. This though, many people fuck up. I see your 400 comments on your little collaborator post, which is dope. Have you created, try and be brief with your answer because I don't have much time. What are you doing with the runner-ups?
Something I've got to finish as well. Everyone wins second prize.
Great, see. Are you in his school community?
I coached with him for like 7 months last year.
Okay, cool.
Everyone wins second prize.
Yes. So one
Second
person,
prize.
a voucher.
Yeah.
So
And anyone in comments.
And I've changed that. You can do the voucher, and I understand that system. It's going to be easier if I explain. A lot of people fuck this up and wonder why you only get like 3 clients from this, and it's totally natural because it's quite a bit of a nuanced step by step. In the link that I'll send you, I'll put it all here. Okay, so you can just take it and you can bounce after 7 days if you don't think it's valuable, or you can stay. Up to you. Then you have your walking the floor. And your walking the floor is Brandon what got you to the point that you are at. A big part of it, I should say. That has a certain system to it as well. Then you have your organic content, that has another system. That can be a longer time frame to get this right. So these 3, there's a nice little trifecta, a nice little triangle here. These 3 right here, word of mouth strategies, you want to use. Most of you haven't even strategically asked your clients that you currently have, your best clients in particular, if they can refer you somebody, and with the appropriate incentive, including vouchers for one person who they know to then give to that person, that then gets them into some type of health consultation with you, so then you can support them. So how you get to this number is from these 3. So we don't have time for the how, but you have at least the what. And that giveaways, walking the floor, even if you just approach 100 people and get to know them on a more human level, and your word of mouth referrals will be the fastest ways in a commercial gym setting that I've seen, that my coaches have seen, my colleagues have seen, to get you guys the leads and the clients you want. But that still doesn't solve the problem around you guys not having a valuable enough service, you guys not having a great enough skill set, you guys not knowing how to retain clients properly, you guys being too transactional and just problems with selling. Like there's other problems out here, and how do you really differentiate yourself? For example, Brandon, I would change almost all of the coaching offers that you guys have to include some type of video call check-in. What do people connect with more? A video of someone watching, or like if I'm here with you in person? I've run everything. Every 1 to 2-ish weeks, but you can also have a monthly offer, so you have something to downsell as well.
So one thing I do is like they have an option to book in and put on the call.
Yeah.
That's all. Is that the same thing?
It's not the same thing because people don't know their own problems. They don't know when they need help. Like they're either going to pull the ripcord when it's only an emergency. They can't see their own blind spots.
They're not proactive.
No, you guys don't understand that. You all need like fortnightly or monthly like support. You don't even know what that tastes like yet. So I don't trust the client to be able to have the initiative or the understanding that they should be booking this call recurrently. They don't understand their blind spots. They don't understand all the things they're missing, but you do. When you speak to them every fortnight, you can start to see and identify those things. So that's one thing I'd change. Then you guys can all increase the value of your coaching by about 20-25%. You can just increase your top line.
By having a weekly...
Yeah, by having a vehicle. You spend an extra 30 minutes with them, you get better client results, you get better retention, you go deeper, you're more fulfilled, you get testimonials because people say things on the live video calls with you. It's like, oh my God, I had one client say to me that, man, I got that cocaine-like energy. You seen that one?
I have
I was working with Mr. Nutrition. You guys like that? How you doing, guys?
It's not bad.
I gave him, we fixed his nutrition, beef liver, organ meats and things like that. So, yeah, Ish.
You know how you record all your coaching check-ins and then the guys in Trinity also record their
Yes.
coaching calls?
Yes.
Is that in like an agreement so like this will be recorded?
Yes. Make sure you put that in your agreement.
Yeah.
Because I've messed that up before. And not messed it up, but I just haven't done it in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, so put that in your agreement. Your content will be recorded, XYZ, but we use this for like marketing material purposes. If there's anything you don't want to be shared, please let me know.
And then you like always blur their face, right?
Not always. I try not to ideally, but you know, one case I had 10 years of binge eating. We fixed her. She asked, 10 years of binge eating, like serious binge eating disorder. And it was a very, like a proud moment for me. And the psychologist really wasn't helping her, and thankfully we're able to help her. I said, and because I recorded my call, I captured that moment.
Was that Jules?
No, this is the psychologist. No, this was just me and my client, Nat. And it was an emotional moment for me, and I captured that live. And there's going to be moments in the future you guys are going to want to wish to record. And if you record them every time using OBS Studio or Google Meet, then you're going to capture some gold. And it's going to be the best marketing material for you because it's the most organic and natural. So, I didn't expect this to go this nicely, smoothly, at least I think it did. I like the energy in this room. And so I am actually going to give you guys a little bit more. I have a monthly, speaking of calls, I have a monthly call with my community. It's called Zion. You don't have to pay anything for it. I'm just going to invite you guys into it for the next month. If you guys want to continue this conversation and you would like to, then you guys can with me. The next one's in like 3 weeks. And I'll send you guys a link for that if you like, and we can continue it on. But other than that, I hope you took some value from that. And thank you, Marcus, and for having me. All right.
Alex, you get to send us the visuals.
You're all of them, Jake? All of them. All right, I'll send you.